up in the sky. Look, it's captivating. It's energizing. It's Eliances Heroes. Eliances is the destination for entrepreneurs, investors, CEOs, inventors, leaders, celebrities, and startups, where our heroes in business align. Now, here's your host flying in, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. And as every week, you know what? You listen to this show because you want to learn from the heroes, people that are making a mark in the world, in their community. They're either entertainers, they're helping on others, they're inventors, doing things to help the community. And we can always learn from them. Let me tell you who we've got later on coming up in the show. We have the CEO of Legal Seafoods. They're in Boston. They're icon. They got restaurants everywhere. They have over 4,000 employees. And also, too, thank you for the feedback we continue to have from the CEO of Ancestry. So make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. It is the only place where entrepreneurs align. All right. Now, many of you have children. Maybe you have grandchildren. Maybe you know some children. I got to tell you, our next hero, and this is a very, very important topic, so make sure you listen real clear. He has got something that you are going to want to use to protect your children. And we're talking about something that is absolutely essential given what goes on in the whole wild, wild west. That's the WWW, because he is the CEO and founder of Bark. And you can reach him at www.bark.us, or, of course, we'll have it on our website, Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. Brian, I want you to steal the thunder of what you've created, and more importantly, why? Because it is so important that every single parent uses it.
Well, thank you for having me. So we created Bark to help parents and schools keep their kids and students safer. Obviously, as you mentioned, it is a bit of a wild, wild west, and most parents have a difficult time kind of knowing how to navigate all of that, and a lot of parents resort to picking up their kid's phone and spot checking it and other methods that kids hate, and that's generally ineffective in terms of actually seeing the things that you need. And obviously there's a wide variety of risks out there, ranging from bullying to inappropriate content. There's also about 80% of the time when there's severe things such as a suicide or a school shooting, there's a digital signal about that beforehand. Somebody sent a text message or something on social media about it. And so that represents an opportunity for intervention. And so at Bark, what we do is we analyze text messages, emails, and about 30 different social media platforms for a wide range of those kinds of problems, ranging from bullying to school shootings to online predators, et cetera. And then we alert parents to those issues when they happen. And we also give parents recommended actions to be able to address those issues when they do come up.
Now, what is your advice? First of all, a couple things I've got is there's a number of parents that go, you know what, I know what my child's doing. I don't need this. I trust them. I don't want to invade their privacy. How do you answer those type of questions?
Yeah, so it's twofold. Firstly, statistically, it's actually far more prevalent when you look across all of the types of things that kids experience online. It's actually really common. And the vast majority of the time, kids actually aren't comfortable talking to their parents about it. And secondly, let me continue that thought for a second longer. It's also not just your child; it's also their circle of friends. So we oftentimes will see, somebody in your child's circle of friends may be suicidal. And by the way, there's 1.1 million suicide attempts from young people every year. It's heartbreakingly high, and it's a major problem. I think a problem much bigger than most parents realize. And so, the CDC statistics show that 1 in 10 high school girls every year, on average, will attempt suicide. And, so if you think about it that way, it may not be your child, but it is one of their people in their circle of friends. And of course, it's very difficult to expect a young person to be able to deal with a friend who's in that type of crisis. And that's a moment that really an adult needs to be involved. The second thing I'll point out around privacy is that we've actually designed Bark to maximize the amount of privacy that kids can get while still maintaining the adequate level of awareness that parents need. And we do that by actually not giving parents full access to just read all of their kids' messages. So we have really advanced machine learning techniques that analyze everything and surface problems. We contextually analyze everything, so we send you just problems. We don't give you a way to just read all of your kids' messages. So actually, because of that, the vast majority of kids report getting more privacy with Bark than before because their parents are no longer spot checking their phones manually. So most kids would rather have our algorithms read their messages than their parents, basically.
Ah, that's truly incredible. And you know what? Make sure you continue to listen to me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's ELIANCES.com, because it is the only place where entrepreneurs align, where we get to interview incredible heroes like Brian Bason, who could be reached at www.bark.us. And again, we'll have it on our website at Eliances.com, because what is he doing? He created technology to help you, those of you that are parents, those of you that are in the schools, anybody who's in the schools and stuff, officials, you got to know what's going on. In fact, Brian, a couple things. First is, how in the world, though, did you even come up with the idea of doing this?
Yeah, so I'm a parent. I spent my entire career in mobile and social technology. And yet when my own kids got to an age when we were giving them devices and access to social media, I realized that as a parent, I didn't have great tools to help me manage that. I didn't want to have to pick up my kid's phone. I didn't want to invade their privacy, but I recognized the dangers and the need to kind of intervene in various situations. And so this was kind of the balance that I struck with my own kids, really was the impetus for creating Bark.
And what age should a child have Bark on their phone, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, certainly as soon as they have any internet-connected device, we, again, cover a wide range of problems. And so, child predators, for example, are constantly looking, unfortunately, for young people. We literally at Bark, we cover about 4 million kids in the U.S. We detected 70 child predators in the last 2 weeks alone. And so, I think parents are generally unaware of the scope of these kinds of problems. We send about 20 alerts to imminent self-harm and suicide every single day, which is heartbreaking, but it's real. And so, our view is that really, much like you don't wait until your kid's, 12, 15, whatever, to tell them to wear a seatbelt in the car. This is a safety precaution much akin to that, where, if you're riding a bike, you wear a helmet. If you're in the car, you put on a seatbelt. If you have a phone, you need Bark. And really not just phones, even tablets and other internet-connected devices allow people to text message, email, be on social, et cetera. And so connecting to the digital world allows that digital world to also connect to you.
I mean, do you keep it on the phone till they're 18 or until they're 80?
Well, we discontinue monitoring when kids turn 18, but certainly, it is, obviously the goal not only is just to monitor, but also to enable communication between parents and children. If you don't know that your child's experiencing a problem, there's no opportunity for you as a parent to have that communication with them. And so we're trying to equip you to have those conversations and help course correct so that you can actually help your child navigate a difficult world, and not let things escalate into a big problem.
Now, Brian, we've got a little less than a minute left, but it's important. You mentioned that you're a parent. What kind of secrets are you sharing with your child for them to be successful and make their mark in the world like you are now? And more importantly, too, I mean, what you're doing is you're helping to protect children, and by giving the parents the knowledge to be able to see what is coming down the road.
Yeah, I mean, we're really trying to equip parents with a tool that they can use to make their lives and their children's lives better and safer and more productive. As it relates to my own kids, I mean, on the sort of educational side, I'm constantly encouraging them to, try different things and experience various facets of life, and really focus on something that, you feel rewarded by doing. For me, that's been, kind of launching a product to help keep kids safe. And for everyone, that's different. But I think it's important for all young people to, really think about what they want to do and how they're going to make their mark in the world.
Excellent. Well, Brian, you definitely help parents and teens navigate the wild, wild west being online. That's a hero. Brian Bason, founder and CEO of Bark. You can reach him at bark.us. And coming up, the CEO of Legal Seafood. He only has 4,000 employees. We're going to learn his amazing story. All right, Brian, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, that was awesome. Okay.